Value Practice Demo. You will need your sketchbook, a wooden pencil with an eraser, and a sharpener. Please do not use a lead pencil for this assignment. All right, in our sketchbook, the first thing we're going to practice is hatching, drawing lines in the same direction, and we layer the lines to get a darker shade. So my light value is going to be very light. I'm going to move on to my mid value, layering more to make it darker. And at the dark value, layering quite a lot of lines on top of each other and just erasing to clean up. Next is cross hatching. For cross hatching, I want to make sure my pencil is sharp. And it's similar to hatching. It uses layered lines to get darker shades, but the lines are going to go in two different directions. I'm going to sharpen my pencil again before I start my stippling. For stippling, we're going to draw dots to create shades. The closer together the dots are, the darker the value will be. The farther apart the dots are, the lighter the value will be. And I sped this one up kind of fast because stippling does take a little bit of time. For blending, you want to use a blending stump, a Q-tip, or your finger to create smooth shading and subtle transitions between lights and darks. So I'll show you an example of these three different tools. Here's the blending stump, there's a Q-tip, and here is just using my finger. For blending, try using an overhand grip on the pencil. This allows you to shade with the side of the lead. It makes it a lot easier. So you're going to hold our pencil like this inside of our hand. So after we lay down the lead, we're going to use our blending tool to smooth it. So here are my light, mid, and dark values. And now I'm going to move on to drawing my three-dimensional ball. I'm going to use something round to trace a circle. You can do this if you'd like. All right, let's start with hatching. So once again, I'm drawing lines in one direction. I'm going to keep in mind the highlight of where the light is hitting this ball, and also where the shadows will be darker, and the cast shadow. Next, let's move on to cross hatching. Nice sharp pencil. And similar to hatching, but I'm going to go back and draw over in a second direction. It's easier to build up a darker value with cross hatching than it is with hatching. Now for stippling, and I sped this one up real fast again. So my dots are going to be farther away in the lighter areas, and as I get to the shadows, I'm going to be having a lot of dots closer together to create the darker values. All right, last but not least, blending. Blending is my favorite. It creates a very natural look. Whether you have a blending stump, a Q-tip, or you're just going to use your finger, I think blending is a lot of fun and it has a lot of realistic qualities. So I'm going to use the overhand grip on my pencil again. This lets the lead kind of lay on its side, which makes it easier to shade. Go over with my blending tool and smooth those transitions. Don't forget to photograph and submit to Google Classroom your value practice.